Welcome to GLHF, the world's first podcast in video games. Today in Pixie Hollow. Although,
Pixie Hollow,
I don't know if copyright-wise I'm allowed to say that. It's called We the Pixies.
You can't say the name.
It's one of these
Is the game
things
called
like...
Pixie Hollow or We the Pixies?
We the Pixies is what we're currently on. Pixie Hollow was the original game that was, I assume, a Disney product that now, like Toontown, is being rehosted.
So that's like this. Was it like Tinkerbell themed?
Yes.
And this was a thing on like a Disney website.
Yeah.
And you could make a little Tinkerbell?
Yeah. So it's like the background lore of Tinkerbell and her friends. And I never actually played this, so this is a viewer suggestion. We've had many people suggest Pixie Hollow. Because I know it was big in my generation, but I never...
Pixie Hollow.
Yes.
If I go to the GLHF YouTube and I log in and I search Pixie Hollow, you're telling me there's going to be at least 5 people who've mentioned it? I'm telling you,
at least 2. Maybe
at least 2. Okay.
Even 3.
Many people. It's representative. It's a representative sample.
And you got to search the email too, the email address. If you go through the
emails about Pixie Hollow.
If you go through the emails as well, I would guarantee 3 total between the comments and the emails.
That's pretty good.
But you got to think of the people that like will bother enough to send us a message about it. It's got to be.
Yes.
Some people have been jumping up and down waiting for 50. This, but they just don't.
Yes,
yeah,
that's because it's like anytime you read a comment, you have to assume there's 50 to 100,000 more people who believe what you just read.
50 to 100,000.
Well, for me. I don't know about for the pod. But maybe 50 to 100. So every time you read a comment that says Austin's the dumbest person I've ever seen or Mem's the dumbest person I've ever seen, there's 50 to 100 more people.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's just that person.
It's called the inverse positive correlation law. I don't know why it's this way, but it's like, so if it's positive, it doesn't happen. But it does happen. But if it's a negative comment, that's actually the only one. Well,
the negative ones, people that leave negative comments, it's like a compulsion. When you have a negative thought, you have to write a comment about it, I think. Versus the positive ones, it's much easier to just like have the thought to yourself and then move on.
Yes. Yeah, I think it
this
depends
is what
a little
I choose
bit. I will
to believe.
Say, no, and you have to, what did we talk about? You have to have your delusions, your fantasies that get you through the day.
Absolutely.
And this can be one of them. So I will say I do really enjoy... I shouldn't even say this, and you're not going to want me to say it. So if you want Ethan to believe it, that's fine. But I really enjoy the negative comments that we get on GLHF because it's people coming in.
We barely get any.
Being like, we barely get any, but that's why it's so funny. Is it's people who just, they're not even saying it to us to be mean. They will say something like, "I cannot believe how unintelligent Austin is." Like they'll just plainly state like this, and then there's sometimes where you'll get comments where one person comments, "There's no way Austin is this stupid," and then one person says, "There's no way Mem is this stupid," because we disagree on the same thing. So it's each person taking a different side on it, and I just think that's so funny.
Since when did YouTubers have to be smart is my question.
It's what I'm saying. It's every time I get something wrong in a video, I'm like,
who cares?
Duh. That's kind of the whole point to some extent.
Legitimately, you know? I do think that people have gotten more volatile on the internet over time. Like, since I was younger. I do feel that way. And
more volatile than Xbox Live 2008 4chan?
Okay, well, I wasn't in gaming communities, I guess. So maybe it's different.
Okay. You were playing.
I didn't grow up hearing gamers saying gamer words. Yeah,
right,
I was on, wholesome vlogging YouTube and stuff.
Right,
so,
for sure.
But
yeah, have YouTube comments changed over the decades? I guess would be the question.
I'm not sure.
We're biased for sure.
I'm not sure. I do think it's interesting how different websites have very different commenting cultures.
Yes.
Recently, and I'm gonna stop doing this, but I've been scrolling Instagram. It's horrible, and I shouldn't do it.
Like Reels or just the straight front page?
I haven't done Reels yet. I just scroll my front page, and it ends up showing me Reels as part of that anyway. But
sure.
I need to stop because it's truly like... Because I quit TikTok because they got bought out and my algorithm was bad, and I was also just like spending too much time on my phone. And so that was good for me at first, and then because I'm just like idle and I want to do something with my hands in the idle moments of the day, I end up scrolling on Instagram, and it's literally, I understand what people are talking about when they're like social media rots your brain. I didn't feel that as much with TikTok because I followed a lot of like really cool, funny people, and I liked the content that I was seeing on there, and I felt like the communities of the people that I followed on there were like pretty chill.
Yeah.
Instagram, dude. People are like
insane.
Single 40-year-old moms are on Instagram saying the meanest shit you've ever heard in your life.
Yes.
For no reason about the most like innocuous little videos. They'll just like point out some crazy thing and go in, dude. It's so horrible.
It's the strongest opinion. And I think that, I mean, one of the things that turned me off, because I've been off TikTok, I was off TikTok for like 6 months up until like 3 days ago. I re-downloaded it for whatever reason. And the algorithm is ruined probably because I was gone so long. But I think Instagram and TikTok share this thing in common, which is and I think YouTube started doing this now too. They'll algorithmically change the comments they show you now too. It's not just like what has the most likes or not.
Yeah,
it's like,
I've heard that TikTok was doing that. But I don't know then why it's only with Instagram as opposed to TikTok is showing me like the most divisive, horrible, negative comments.
I mean, I think the theory would be that that's when they started showing you those, that's when they noticed you started using Instagram more. I don't know that that's true, but like that would be the theory, is like as long as they see number go up, they're going to, whatever change they made, they're going to maintain. But it's also probably just the case that the target audience of Instagram is definitely skewing a little bit older, and you're starting to see, I don't know if you've noticed this, but like millennial age people are starting to turn into boomers on the internet. And so they're seeing a lot of more.
I do think it's that
anger.
The Instagram community is a little more regular people as opposed to internet culture people, at least in like the parts of TikTok that I was on.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know that I have had the same experience, but I mean, this is the funny thing is
it
we can both be talking about the same app, and it's a totally
what
different
content
app,
you're looking at. Yeah, it completely depends. And it's also because like, I'm not even really trying to curate my Instagram algorithm because I don't even want to be on it. So it's just like,
no, that you got to curate it. You have to take it from me. Okay. When I open up my Instagram, problem. I'm getting bangers all the way down. I don't even have to work anymore. I just start scrolling and I'm just like doped out.
Would you like to talk about your Instagram algorithm or no? Because we've received some questions about specifically your Instagram stories posts.
Well, I don't make any of them. I'm just showing you what other people are posting.
You're the messenger, yes, but you're a curator. You could say.
I would even say that's I'm a curator. If anything, I'm a tour guide to some extent, but I don't know. I feel like it speaks for itself largely. It's just a bunch of a variety. It's a potpourri of human experience is kind of how I would say it. I just opened up Instagram right now just to see, and I got it's an absolute banger here. I'll post it in the Discord for you. I'll screenshot it because I'm on my PC, but I'll send that to you. It's a really good one.
Okay.
You want to see that for you?
Yeah, I would say right. It's really the kind of thing.
It's a little guy. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It really does need to speak for itself. But it's a power line. That's I don't know that there's much you could say to explain that would make the experience any different. I think people got to
and what
just take it for what it is.
Just beyond just like what is it?
What? Yeah, just what?
Yeah, it's it's the thing you see that it is. It's not anything different than that. Are you saying what's the point? Why am I doing it? I don't know. Yeah. I just open up it and it's a compulsion. So
all right.
That's where the art, my true art, lives on Instagram.
Anyway, really I gotta get the F off Instagram, and you know what I've been doing to
deleting it.
Well, I wish, but I still gotta post. I still gotta post on there sometimes.
Can't you just get someone? I'm sure you could find someone to post for you. Just give them your login and just be like, you text them anytime you want to post, like like you're 77 years old and the president, not the current president. I was thinking of Obama, but
oh right, like even because I was thinking
they have
because
like a team,
my reels,
and they go like post this on Twitter for me.
My reels are scheduled already, so that's not a problem. But sometimes I want to just post stuff on my stories about like what I'm up to or like my upcoming content or whatever.
Right. And it would be hard to dictate that. Like it loses a bit of its emphasis, like in terms of feeling
nobody
authentic.
Would know. Maybe
Yes, but you'd have to make sure they posted them at like intervals that were like realistic, you know, because like you have to send them like 10 pictures and go, can you post all 10 of these and make sure you do it kind of in a row because I want people to see what I'm doing. But yeah, you could. Who the fuck would know?
Maybe this is an idea. I really do want to get rid of it. I'm really at the point where I'm like, I'm so fucking sick of being on my phone. I say as I just, for the past 4 days, I've been playing the Tamagotchi app for like an hour every day.
I think that, I don't know if this is backed up by science at all, but I get the sense that playing like video games is way better for your brain than scrolling on Instagram. Do you feel the same way?
Yes.
Like it's a night and day, and you can tell that because when you're playing a video game, it's so boring that you want to go on Instagram, and that's how you know that it's not doing the
because boring equals better for you.
Shit.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I think they just didn't they just release like one of the not the first, but they did a big like long term, 10-year whatever study that showed that 2 weeks, if you block your phone and don't go on it for 2 weeks, it improves your like attention span and memory by like a 10-year reduction, like as though you're 10 years younger than you are in older people, something crazy like that. Like the fucking
Nintendo brain age thing.
Exactly. Your brain age is going to go down by 10 years if you get off Instagram.
Wow.
I mean, I think probably social media is going to be looked at kind of like smoking at some point, which is like, it's bad. Like even some young people, if you've ever talked to them,
yeah,
they're kind of like, oh, you're on social media? Like you let people know who you are on the internet?
It's not good.
And then there's others who are the opposite. So
it's really not good.
Not good, you guys.
I'm enjoying my Tamagotchi though. That's honestly
the thought. Is it on your phone?
Yeah, that's honestly the thought I had was like, if I need something stupid to do on my phone because I can't be alone with my thoughts for 2 seconds, it might as well be a silly little game instead of looking at the worst comments I've ever seen on Instagram.
Are you, do you have a particular favorite, like, because I like a good, as anyone who's seen my sponsorships will know, I like a good idle game, like a game that's the purpose of it is to just kind of pass the time, but it doesn't come with all of those negative, like, social issues that scrolling does, just like a little toy to play with.
Yeah, I mean,
do you have a favorite?
I mean, I don't play games on my phone typically. This is the first game I've played on my phone in like ages.
Oh, okay.
But
what do you then do? Like,
what do you do?
Do you have like a
in the Tamagotchi game?
What do you do?
Well, you take.
No, well, like if not on your phone, where are you playing your little games? Or were you not until Tamagotchi?
I wasn't playing stuff on my phone before. I was okay. On social media, or I was, sometimes I try to read. But I do want to tell you guys I just got to the point where my Tamagotchi can have a career because she's an adult.
That's very complicated.
And, well, no, it's not because she woke up one morning and said, I want to be a yoga instructor. And these are my, instructions for how to make her a yoga instructor. Okay. Number 1, get 30 swish shots in hoops, which is the basketball minigame. Okay. I'm not sure.
Unrelated to yoga, but
yeah,
sure.
It's got nothing to do with yoga. Eat 10 matcha lattes.
That does have something to do with being a yoga instructor, I can say.
and then finally, wear yoga instructor outfit.
And also fair. So they got it. Two for 3 is not bad. That's reasonable. Some matcha lattes and some yoga pants.
It's like that all girls do is eat hot chip and lie, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All girls do is eat matcha latte and wear yoga instructor outfit.
Yeah. Is it so this is a licensed Tamagotchi app?
Yes.
And it is called Tamagotchi app.
Oh my god, what is it called? Tamagotchi.
Like it's from, who owned Tamagotchi? Was that Bandai Namco or something?
It's Bandai. It's called
And
Tamagotchi
I.
Forever.
All right.
It has some microtransactions in it. And as I said on
fine.
my
They gotta
stream
make money.
yesterday, I actually attempted to spend $2 on it the other day, and my card got declined, and I took that as a sign that I'm not supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be spending $2 on Tamagotchi.
No, you are. You got to support them. They're giving you so much joy. I think when you go into a free-to-play game, you should have a set amount of money. It's like going to the casino with like cash, you know? Like if I go play Fortnite and I'm really into it, I will like pre-set aside, like I can spend $50 on Fortnite because that's like the cost of a game.
Sure, because
I think you're allowed to spend some money on your Tamagotchi forever, and you should.
Damn.
What would you have bought? Like a little hat?
You're fucking right.
No, you have to pay for things that you enjoy. Well, you don't have to, but like
I kind of
you're allowed
just wanted to
You're
pay
allowed
for
to.
the for less ads on it because it's a mobile game. It's got fucking
that's
ads
always
on it.
No, I think that's great. Because is it just like you pay $5 and then they're gone forever, or is it like a subscription?
I think the $2, it said mandatory ads are gone because you can still choose to watch ads for currency.
It's fun. They had to put that in because then some people would be like, "Well, hold on, I want to watch my ads." I think that's $2 is like really not a bad price for.
If I play it for a few more days, fuck it, maybe. But we'll see.
Because again, it's like you are there. They got to host the servers. They had to make the art. They had to whatever. $2 is pennies. Like I think that's totally fine. And who likes looking at ads? Not me.
Wow. Thank you for enabling me.
You're welcome. I get mad when sometimes I'm enjoying a free-to-play game and I go to spend money and there's nothing I want to buy. And that makes me angry. Because I'm like, this happened with Idol Slayer when I was playing that. I played that for like 3 straight months. And I would always be like, I want to... Yeah, it's like it's sort of like Super Mario. Is this something you did an ad for? Cookie Clicker. Yeah, we did an ad for it. But I played it for like 2 straight months before that, and then I played it for 2 straight months. I finally got off of it like in, I think it was like late January. And it's just like a little Super Mario type jumping endless runner game, plus like a cookie clicker sort of idle game. But I always would go into the shop, because it's made by just one dude. And I would always go in the shop and be like, I want a cool outfit. And they would always just have like 2 outfits. And it was the same outfits every time. And I'm like, you have to get on
They got to get on the monetization.
You have to get on your grind. Yeah. Hello? I don't know how they're making money. Hello?
That's what I say about freaking Genshin, dude. Obviously, there's like a gambling aspect to that they make a lot of money on. But as far as like skins, like they don't have enough just like character skins. Imagine the money they could make.
Just stuff to like straight up
just,
buy?
Like,
or is it
just customize?
They have a lot, but you have to gamble to get to them?
No, they just straight up don't have a lot of character skins. They come out with like one new skin for one character like every month, maybe. So like there's a bunch of characters still that don't have any different skins. And I'm like,
that's crazy. Because there is a balance. Like you can go too far and cheapen it, right? If you have too many.
Like Fortnite style where they have every single franchise on Earth.
Well, that's almost wrapped around to being cool again because it's so excessive. It's like straight gluttonous. Like the fact that you can be crazy. Ariana Grande, Peter Griffin, and like fucking Eminem.
Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. Wait, do they have...
Five Nights at Freddy's is in there.
Do they have
got
FNAF on Fortnite?
Like, they got to, right?
FNAF Fortnite. I'm searching.
There's no official...
Oh, damn.
FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's. But they have an insane amount. You can be Mr. Beast being killed by Hank Hill in Fortnite, you know? It's crazy business, so... But did you read that thing? I don't even actually want to talk about this, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into a conversation about Epic Games and Fortnite.
Okay, yeah, let's not worry about it. I have a couple of emails that I copy pasted here.
Okay. I mean, we might as well get to them 15 minutes into the show, because if we wait longer, we're not going to get to them.
Has it all... Oh, it's been 19. It's been 19 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I guess usually we wait until it's been 55.
And then we're like, we're going to get them all done. So let's start them now. Let's do a long fairy-themed email show.
Wow. We're changing the world today. Eric sent us an email saying, have you guys ever been asked weird non sequitur questions for a job interview? And the example that he gave is, I guess he was asked if you could be any kind of tree, what kind of tree would you be? And that was a job.
Oh, God.
That was a job at a cake shop.
I think, I mean, no. If I had been, it would have been tough to want to. I don't like those types of questions. There are, yeah, I don't think so. Sometimes you'll get asked questions that seem like open-ended kind of non sequiturs, but like your answer does reveal something about like the way you would do the job.
But
the only jobs
sometimes I
ever
feel like
interviewed
they're
for were
slipping
fucking-
in these questions to be like quirky or something.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign, you know. And the only jobs I'm interviewing for are busboy, so I'm like,
Right.
It's not like, you know, I'm not going to be a Google guy or something. So, what about you? You've had some real jobs, right?
See, it's bad that I copied this email down because I can't remember any, but I know I have been asked questions that I'm like, why would you ask that? I just think it's a funny phenomenon. I'm like, what do they think they're doing when they ask stuff like that?
Okay, here's a question then. Let's say you are, in theory, not that you would ever do this ever again because you're set, but let's say you're looking to like hire an editor or something, right? When you're going to do interviews, do you have any questions you would go to be like, because you're always trying to, or at least I'm always trying to get my interview into as few questions as possible, take up as little of their time as possible, but I don't want to do, you know, you still have to get information. So you want to come up with really good questions.
Yeah.
So when I was managing at a restaurant, I would...
Right, were you like interviewing people all the time?
Yes, I wasn't the primary hiring manager at first, but eventually we would do usually interviews in 2 stages. So they would do a sit-down talking interview with our other manager, and then they would do they used to call a stage, which is restaurant slang for stealing free labor from you for 8 straight hours without paying you.
What? A stage? Is that a word?
Yeah, stage, just like an old French word or something. We stopped doing that like years ago at this restaurant group.
Like a training shift?
They call it a training shift, but they literally just like make you prep food. It's particularly in the back of house. So they would be like, chop all these onions. And it would just be chopping onions for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, you got the job. So you get a free shift. But we would do like a working interview is what we would call it. And it was basically just a way of seeing like, do you know how to actually do the job? And so my go-to is I always told them, they would show up and I would say, my goal is to get you out of here as fast as possible because this is unpaid labor and we're not trying to like take advantage of you, but we do have to see how you are at these particular things. So I would give them 3 tasks. Is I would intentionally, I would sort of keep an eye in the dining room at any given time. And if need be, I would go accidentally like set dirty plates in certain particular places. So you would
Like
end up with a certain,
stuff?
like a slightly complex busing situation. And I wouldn't tell them this, but I would just kind of go, okay, do me a favor, go bust those 2 tables over there. And then you see how they deal with it. And it depends on like, how do they stack everything? Do they do both tables in one go? Do they bring the rag? And it's not pass fail. It just gives you information on how this person...
Wait, how are you judging this? Because I don't know how to like stack plates and stuff.
I mean, really the main thing you're looking for is, if they can do 2 tables and wipe them down in one trip, that's like gold star. But if they can do it in like 2 to 3 trips, that's also fine. All we're trying to avoid is this person's picking up 4 knives and bringing them back, and then going to get the plates and bringing them back, and then trying to balance things in a dangerous way.
You want some
like,
measure of efficiency.
Exactly, yeah. It doesn't need to be crazy. You know, it's not, you're working at a restaurant, you're not getting paid $7 million. So
I am always really impressed when I see a waiter like where they stack it like all up their arms and everything.
It's a skill. It's truly a skill. And like balancing efficiency, but also with like, you don't want to seem clumsy or at risk of dropping things, and you don't want the guests in the restaurant to feel like things are like intense and overwhelming. So you have to like, there's like, it's a real balance. It's like,
yeah, because you want to give off an air of confidence.
Exactly. And like calmness and control.
Because you don't want any
but you also
patrons to be worried that you're going to drop stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, people
vastly
underestimate.
You want to look like you know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. And so that's one of the things I'm looking for. And then the second thing I would do is I would ideally, I would tell all the other servers, I would say, you guys, can you stop sweeping for a little bit? And then we would let a mess build up. And then I'd give the person a broom and I'd go, can you just go sweep over there? And you watch how they sweep. Because I always found that if someone knows their way around a broom, they're good at a lot of stuff. And so if they were good at the broom test, the interview was over right then.
Way around a
it was
broom.
like, boom. Yeah.
Have I told the story before about the first time when I worked at Oh my god, I can't remember now which one was first. When I worked at Starbucks, for whatever reason, it was the first time I had used a mop.
See, and that's what I'm trying to
and
that's
this
what I'm trying
lady,
to figure out with my broom test.
This lady made fun of me so hard that she was like, "How do you not know how to use a mop?" Because it's like a fucking. I just
it's
I
not
had
as
never
easy as
done
it
it
looks.
before, so I just didn't know about the mechanism of like how you squeeze it out into the bucket or whatever with the lever. Like I just hadn't done it before, so I just needed somebody to show me real quick. But I was just honest. She told me to mop. I'm like, okay, I don't know how to use this. Can you just show me how to use it real quick? And she like made it this whole big thing where she's like, I cannot believe you don't know how to use a mop. Was she like the hiring person?
Or was she just like
she was
a
like
coworker?
A shift manager.
Okay, that's lame. She should have been fired. That's a horrible.
And like as soon as she taught me how to do it, I could do it, but
yeah. People, a little bit of food service hazing, right? How dare you not know how to do these things that you've never been taught?
She definitely was
classic.
In general, she was the type of person that found a lot of joy in like being better at the job than other people and like kind of making fun of people for not doing it the way that she would do it or whatever, which
not good.
I feel like in a freaking fast food job is a little bit silly.
It's extremely silly, especially because it's a team sport, like working at a food service place.
Right.
And like, you're not helping yourself by...
No, also, yes. She's like
behaving like that.
She was making herself annoyed and like making her own shift worse because she was so concerned with how everybody else was doing. And I'm like, just freaking get through it, man.
Mm-hmm. And then, so then my third and final test is I would ask this one was more because it made me laugh and it was a little bit rude, but this was my way of testing their like...
God, you're the hazer.
It's not hazing. I promise it's not hazing. I'm a very friendly guy. But this is my way of like testing their sort of like their like social malleability. And again, none of these things are like pass fail, make fun of you for not being able to do them. I just need to know, it's like a, what do they call it when you start the school year and they're like, you're taking this test, but it's okay if you're dumb because we're just trying to figure out how dumb you are.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So I would tell them, I would describe what the barista looked like that day. And I would say, hey, there's this person, the barista's over there. Their name is this. Can you go ask them about something like, hey, how many Cokes do we have left? Or do we need to go get Cokes from them? I would give them some menial task. And then I would also say, can you have them make me and then I would describe for them a drink that wasn't on the menu for the baristas. Cause I was trying to joke around with the baristas. So I would tell the baristas to make me my go-to was like a cortado iced, which we didn't do, an iced cortado, but I would like equal parts whole milk, almond milk, and oat milk.
And you would have them say,
mix them all together.
Austin wants this, not like yes, it was there.
So that was my way of just seeing how they would communicate those things. And then again, the baristas always knew that I was joking around with them. But it was a way of seeing, could they hold multiple things in their brain while socializing with a new person?
Interesting.
And so those are my 3 tests. It would be like 15 minutes in and out. You give them a bunch of free food and pastries when they leave, make it worth their time. And then you have all the information you need. So I was like a hyper efficient interviewer. I didn't like wasting my time or other people's time.
To be honest, that sounds very like unique to me. I don't know that I've ever had an interview like that.
It is. People are really dumb when doing interviews.
It's like engineered to test very specific things. I mean, because when I've had...
that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, when I've had like fast food interviews, it's like, it's just the regular fucking cookie cutter, tell me about a challenge you encountered. Like,
yeah, right. Exactly. Tell us about a time that you really went above and beyond. And you're like, I think what I noticed was we were doing them like that. And then we were hiring people who weren't good at their jobs. Yes. And I was like, okay, so obviously this isn't telling us anything. And I don't know if my way of doing it either, like... No,
your way is almost treating it like a video game. You're like testing their skills very specifically.
I'm a gamer through and through. Yeah. I'm a gamer through and through.
Interesting.
So. Anyway, long story short, no, I've never had someone ask me a weird question about being a tree.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think I remember my Starbucks interview being a little bit weird.
How many job interviews have you done? Because I've only done 2, well, maybe 3.
Have
2 and a
I
half.
conducted?
Like, no. Have you
No.
been interviewed for a job?
Only like a couple. I mean, because I've only had Starbucks and Sonic as summer jobs in college, and then my programming job that I had before I did YouTube. Was that it? Well, and then a couple more times for being a TA in college and in grad school.
Yeah, that's very similar.
The TA ones were always pretty
it.
chill because it's just like talking to the professor and they already know you usually.
Well, and the whole point is how well can you get along with them? Like, that's a big part of the job.
Actually,
so that's
I guess I've kind of done a lot of interviews because I also did at least 2 more interviews for internships at different times. One that I got and one that I didn't because they, like, partway through the interview process decided they didn't actually have money to pay an intern.
Oh, they, like, got a text?
No, it was just, I mean, it was a weird situation because there was, like, a company, it was during college, and I wanted to make sure that I came home to Oregon in the summer because I didn't want to be anywhere else. I wasn't one of these people that was like, I'm going to go do an internship in fucking New York City by myself. I'm like, I want to go home, but I also, like, I'm supposed to do internships because that's what you do in engineering. So I, like, found a company in my town that, like, was related to what I wanted to do, and they had not hired interns before. And I was kind of trying to, like,
I see. Okay.
make myself. I was trying to invite myself as an intern.
I think that's great.
And they were pretty nice, and they talked to me about it a lot. But they were just like, honestly, it was kind of like a startup, and they like genuinely didn't have the funds. I think they were running on like a government grant or something, and they just like couldn't afford it.
That's a really great lesson, though, in the sense of like, there's so much more that you are allowed to ask for things that aren't being offered.
Absolutely,
in life.
yes, yeah.
And that's like such an important skill. I remember I heard a story. It wasn't even heard a story. I knew someone who went to a car dealership to buy a car new, and you negotiate the price, and they had almost gotten the price where he wanted, and at the last second, the guy said, "All right, I'll buy it, but can you give me that TV?" And he pointed to a TV they had on the wall because they had like 20 TVs because it's a car dealership.
At the car dealership.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'll take it if you give me that TV," because he knows that like they'll buy a new TV. Like sometimes their TVs break. That's how businesses work. And the guy thought about it, and he was like, "All right, deal." It was like an $800 TV. Sure, take it. So they took the TV, and ever since then, I was like, you can really like just be asking for things.
Dude,
like if you think you have the leverage, go for it. Like there's no downside to just asking for some.
This is what I'm saying all the time. Literally, like, as cliche as it is, the worst they can say is no. It's so true. Like, I guess some people are like really sensitive to any kind of rejection, even if it's something crazy. But like, might as well ask. I'm saying this in so many situations. You might as well just fucking ask. Nobody's mad at you for just asking things usually.
Yeah, and even if they are, right? It's like, oh, that's their choice. That's their choice. Like, you're gonna get so much further by asking for things. Yeah. You don't have to be sneaky about it. You can just straight up, hey, do you do internships? No. Well, can I interview for one anyway, just in case? Sure.
What was funny about that situation is like the whole situation was a little awkward because they weren't prepared to even hire an intern, so they were kind of like also coming up with an interview process on the fly. So I had like an initial interview with them that was like a kind of regular interview conversation, and then they wanted to know how good I would be at like learning something new to do the job, because I had taken like some computer classes obviously in college, but this was specifically, I don't know how much I should say. People might figure it out. I guess it's fine. I was
going to ask, can you say what kind of place it was?
It was a electric vehicle company. Some people might know what it is, but honestly, if you do,
she interviewed with Elon.
No, it's not a big one. It was a startup, and they make these funny little 3-wheeled like one-person cars. They're like really goofy.
Like a tricycle, an electric tricycle.
Kind of, yeah. I think they have 3 wheels now. I can't even remember, but it's just to like be your daily drive to work, like because you don't need to be driving around a 4-person gas vehicle just to like get to work and back every day. Was the idea?
If it's this thing I'm looking at right now, this is sick. Does it start with an A?
Yeah. Some people probably are going to know what I'm talking about, but it's okay.
I want to buy one of these. This looks like it looks like an airplane.
It is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I do think they are now out of business. I don't know if you can get one. I see people driving them around town still because they just have them. But I don't know. Are they selling them?
This is a different company. Does it start with APT?
No.
Okay, I'm looking at a website called Aptera, and they have these weird, like, dolphin-looking cars.
Well, see that. Okay, there's multiple companies that do this, so maybe.
Yeah. It has a 1,000-mile range. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just making a little,
you would get made so much fun of for driving this thing around. But how much is it? You think? How much is an Aptera?
Know. I'd be down though. We've been thinking about getting a e-bike, but the advantage of one of these funny little cars is that it's covered, so if it's raining, you don't have to be
and I think
on a bike.
E-bikes are really fun and really helpful, but at the end of the day, like, a bike gets you 90% of the way there, I feel like. I guess depending on where you live, because it's flat in New Orleans,
there's a lot of
so
hills,
I guess it's easy
you
for me to say.
kind of want an e-bike if you don't want to be
Or you're going to get
suffering.
gigantic calves.
Yeah, and
which you're allowed to do.
If you're trying to use it to, like, daily commute, it's annoying. If it's, like, raining in the morning.
I like those. At that point, those scooters are the move. I like those little scooters.
Like the
little lime,
city
whatever the
rental ones.
Yeah, like those things. Yeah, we took one of those in wherever it was, Indianapolis. Those things zoom. They're so fun.
They're scary. They scare me a little bit.
No.
I saw somebody the other day on one of those, and it was like the only man in the world that does the proper safety things, because he was on one of those electric scooters and he had a helmet and elbow pads and knee pads, like everything. Like he was head to toe.
I mean, that's smart.
He was safe as fuck.
Because you could easily get, like, decapitated
by a
semi truck, you know. But have you seen those? Like, it's like a battery powered unicycle thing, and it goes like 95 miles an hour.
What?
Have you seen those things?
And a unicycle. It's one wheel. It's a unicycle for real.
Fast as fuck. Yes. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, 93 miles an hour. But most of them go like, they can go up to 70, and it's like a straight up unicycle. Like, I don't know even how to describe it to you, but I guess I'll send you a picture to show you kind of what it looks like. But you really have to be wearing a helmet on these things. But man, they look fun as hell. And you can just whip. Like, they really move.
That just seems like instant death if you do anything wrong.
If you mess up, yeah. But if you don't mess up, it's
I googled
it's
fast
life.
Unicycle, and the first result, it costs $5,000.
That sounds right. I feel like that's probably how much
this thing is. But it has a picture of somebody looking really badass going fast on it. And they're like in full gear as if they were on like a motorcycle.
Imagine the freedom of flying down the highway at sunset with no protection, no helmet, no nothing. I'm not saying you should do that, but just imagine just the absolute human freedom you would feel just whipping down a canyon pass at sunset in one of these little unicycle
Your last
things.
30 seconds of life, you'd feel so free.
So free.
And then hopefully, if you're going 90, it's over before you can blink, so you don't suffer.
You're selling it to me.
Imagine you on one of these things.
No, don't laugh. I would do a great job. I would look cool as hell.
I mean,
I'm going to show up to one of these.
I have to say,
drive all the way to your house in one of these.
The pictures that I'm seeing of guys on this, they're making a unicycle look really cool, which is something I previously thought impossible.
Yeah, because it's associated with like clowns and like goofy guys juggling. But
maybe
these people, it's like
the key really was that you have to remove the pedals.
And the spokes.
This one is kind of just, the spokes and the big ass wheel. Because this one is kind of just like, it gives the vibes of like a hoverboard, but there's just one big motorcycle wheel in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, just tell me it wouldn't be fun, right? At the very least.
Have you ever done like a skateboard or a ripstick or anything like that?
I did a skateboard for a couple of months, and eventually I got to the point that I could go on it, but that was it. And it was fun.
Like you could move forward.
I could move forward without falling off. pretty much no problem. But then you go down a hill and it gets really scary really fast.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'm just naked here. I'd be screwed.
Dude, I remember watching all the, in middle school, everybody wanted to be a skater. At least where I was. That was, everybody wanted to be able to do skateboard tricks and stuff.
As
and so
they should. It's so cool.
After school, there would always be like a whole group of people that would stay in like the courtyard after school for at least an hour, just like, quote, practicing their skateboard tricks. And it would be like, they're trying to like do an ollie for like the full hour and they hit it maybe like twice.
I don't know if you're out here making fun of skaters, but you're never going to get me on board. I'm skate or die. I've never done an ollie, but I'll play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater from the day I was born till the day I die. I love Bam
It's
Margera.
cool. It's always cool to have a hobby. I wish I had an outdoor hobby. I'm in my house all the time. I need an outdoor hobby.
You could,
I need to get back into Diablo.
Like what?
I need to be in my front yard throwing my Diablo in the air.
Diablo. Oh, the thing.
The top,
yes.
the spinning top thing.
Yeah, do it. Imagine that just playing with a toy in the yard. How nice would that be?
I gotta get back to that.
Isn't it nice when the weather's nice?
Dude, it's so nice today. I'm having the best day because it's actually sunny. And it makes me not want to do anything except go outside. After we're done recording this, I think I'm going to go to a creek.
That sounds really nice. Put my feet in a creek. Do you have that? I always have that experience where, like, as soon as I spend any time outside on a nice day, all of my desire to be a YouTuber disappears. Like,
that is me today.
I should be outside all the time.
That is me
I should
today.
always just
I
be
stepped outside today. I said,
around.
What the fuck am I doing? I don't care about video games right now.
Right. I'm trying to be outside. Trying to be feeling the breeze. I went down to the Mississippi River the other day. Just sat there. Then I had to go home and work. But it made me feel like that's... Like, why be a YouTuber and have all this freedom if not to just be outside? Well, yeah, you gotta entertain people and make them happy and give them something to watch while they eat.
That's really what's important.
Unironically, I do believe that's
what this podcast is for. People get so sad when we don't do a pod for a week and they have nothing for their Tuesday lunchtime.
Yeah.
It's devastating.
Well, they'll be okay.
I am going to go to the creek, though.
What, are you going to, like, wade in it?
Fuck my
Or just,
job.
like, sit and listen to the babbling brook?
I think I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to put my feet in it, and I'm going to read my Kindle.
That sounds really nice.
I can see it right now. It's going to be beautiful. Oh my god, that sounds
so nice.
I know.
You're making me want to go outside. I did finish all that. I had a lot. We delayed the pod. We're doing it on the wrong day. God bless.
Yeah, you were doing hella work.
Hella work, but I just finished the work I had to do this week. At least I think. I probably have a couple more things, but so it could be an outside kind of evening,
Isn't it funny that we're like,
we'll
I have all this work to do, and it's just shit we made up. Like, you just made up all that stuff to do.
Completely made it up from scratch. Like,
nobody's telling you to do
prison
this.
Of our own making. Well, now there are.
I guess with you, yes. Like nobody's telling me to do shit.
Well, no, they are. If you stop making videos, they would absolutely be like, "Where are you? Where are you?
Where
are
the
you?
Audience,
Where's your videos?
Sure.
Where's the pod?"
I just mean like you have
that's
like
what I'm talking about.
People that you work with.
Oh yeah, I have people who like if I stop doing my job, they lose their jobs. So that also is that's another.
That's a little bit of pressure.
The audience is a bigger pressure. I don't want to let them down. I think it is a truly sacred thing to give people something to watch like while they eat and go to bed. Because we've talked about this in the pod, but we all have YouTubers that like really got us through tough times. So I do consider it a sacred duty to keep going.
Yeah, I don't take it for granted. And I want to do a good job and I want to give people consistent content or whatever. It is also true with creative jobs that you have to like have a life to have anything to talk about.
Totally.
You have to be doing other things. And I'm always forgetting this and just like, I'll like sit down at my computer with my notes app open and be like, I'm going to come up with like a bunch of video ideas right now and just like commit to them. Because my biggest problem is like, I'll finish a video and I can't decide on what I'm doing next.
Yeah.
But it does not help me to stare at my computer screen for 2 hours and just try to think of ideas.
The best, you have to be out and about.
I have to
come up
do
with ideas.
Something. I have to leave my house. And that's what happened today is I couldn't decide. And then now I think I've decided. And it only happened when I like went to the gym and my mind was like thinking about other things enough to allow ideas to come to me, you know?
Yep. I think I almost completely agree. I've definitely gotten good at like classical brainstorming, but most of the ideas that I think are the best ones that I like the most were things that just pop into your head. But if I'm brainstorming frequently, even if all the ideas I come up with are bad, it naturally helps me accidentally come up with more ideas when I'm not brainstorming.
Yeah,
so
there's
I
a
still
time
like
and a
it as
place
an
for it
exercise.
still.
Yeah, but I agree broadly with what you're saying, which is like,
but anytime I have,
you have to have a life.
Anytime I have like a long period of time, like a few weeks where I'm just like really locked in on only doing YouTube stuff, I can like feel my brain emptying. And like I'm just out of ideas because I've been living in my house and not experiencing anything new. So
yep,
that's my biggest advice
thing.
when people are like have some kind of creative block. I'm like, you got to stop thinking about it and like have a life, like get a life for real.
The other option.
That's my biggest advice to myself.
There's
usually
another
is get
option.
A life.
That all gamers need to hear that advice. Actually, playing video games would count. I feel like I have great ideas while playing video games also. But just straight up working, all your ideas will disappear.
Yeah.
Do we want to try to get to a second question today?
We can, yeah. Have we exhausted the interviews topic? I think so.
No, we could definitely keep going on it if you wanted to.
I think I was just going to say, because you were talking about interviewing people, I've interviewed people a couple times. Not that many times, because I had to hire, what the hell even was this actually? I had to hire like an assistant at my web development job, which sucked because I really didn't want to. They made me do it.
They made you get an assistant?
Well, they were going to hire a web development assistant or whatever they called it. Assistant web developer, I don't remember. But just, I don't know, because of the pecking order or whatever, I ended up being the person that was going to be in charge of them. And I really didn't want to because I don't like being in charge of people. But I think when I interview people, it's just really quick because I think this is why I like the process that you were talking about, is because I don't care about these like stupid cliche questions that I feel like are not telling me anything. I just want to get to like what's your relevant experience? What's your schedule?
Yes.
With like programming stuff, it's really helpful to know what kind of projects they've done in the past, because it's like that tells you a lot about what they're capable of and their like problem solving skills and stuff, even though it's a boring question to just like tell me about a project you did. But that's really kind of the most helpful thing to ask if you just are having a conversation. And then otherwise, it's like a conversation can only get you so far. I think that's kind of why I think a working interview is good. It would be better if you paid them during the working interview, but like if you're hiring somebody based on a conversation, you just really don't even know until they start how they're actually going to do.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's like, again, the goal is just to weed out the lowest 30%, but you really never know. Because like at the end of the day, what you're looking for is, does this person know how to like sit down and work, or do they not? And there's just no way to know that until it's time to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Just isn't, except by giving them a broom.
I kind of feel like...
That's the one thing.
Is it cruel to say I feel like there should just be more like you just kind of hire somebody for a couple weeks and then fire them if they're not doing good?
No, I actually think that's
Sometimes
ideal.
I think...
Like the ideal scenario is like a probationary period where you see if they're the right fit and they see if you're the right fit. But like, yeah, that doesn't actually end up, just ends up with a lot of people getting fired from a job really quick, wasting a lot of time.
I guess, but is it wasting time? Sometimes I think I would actually maybe be kind of a harsh manager if I did it for long enough.
It's not wasting time for the business.
I don't have a lot of
it's a good thing for the
patience.
business. Well, it is genuinely much more complicated to manage a place, like to get a bunch of people to work towards a common goal than you think. So there is like a certain ruthlessness you kind of have to have. But when it works and when you can do it with collective empathy and pushing each other and really all believing in some sort of common goal, even if that common goal is just like serve good croissants and make money. It's like there is like a really cool thing that comes with people working together for things. So but I agree, you do have to be there. If you aren't able to be a little ruthless, you're going to struggle a lot, because in some moments it does require that, and I struggle with that for sure. But you know,
I don't.
We all have different skills.
I can't.
Good, you should manage. We should get this woman I don't know what the equivalent. What's the manager's weapon?
I gotta
get
figure
this woman
out
a clipboard.
I think I'm pretty passive aggressive in work situations sometimes.
Oh yeah?
Because if I'm annoyed at you, I will fucking let you know.
Well, okay, what if let's do a quick
and then
role
I
play.
try, and then I feel
assistant.
bad, and I try to be nice about it, but I think it comes out really passive aggressive.
So if I come up to you and I'm like, "Oh, hey, I did that thing you asked," and then I show you the thing and it's just not right, you'd be like, "That's not right." You would just tell me to my face.
Pretty much, yeah. In that
I think that's
straightforward
a
of
blessing.
a situation, yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, this needs to be more like this or whatever.
Okay, but what if I came to you and I said, "Hey, I nailed that project you gave me. Like, I'm so happy you gave that to me, because I just really took to it like a fish to water. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was a blast, and I think it's the best work I've ever done." And then I give it to you, and it's absolute dog shit. What do you say in that scenario? You say, "Come back, give me a minute"?
Well, you do a compliment sandwich, right? You go, "Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate the effort you've put into this. You know, for the type of work that I'm looking for, this is how I need it to be."
No. But I'm saying this is a scenario where you've laid out exactly what you need, and they just did not do the thing. Like, they knew what the assignment was, and they screwed it up.
I will point.
So it's
will
not like
I'll send you the email again, and I'll highlight the things.
So that's the passive aggressiveness. It's like, let me send you the email again. I'll send you the email again.
I think
How about
I'm
that?
just
And then
being
maybe
direct.
we try again. Well, being direct would be
Because
looking
I
at
will,
it and going, this is not at all what I needed.
If I send you an email,
do you want another chance?
First of all, my emails, gorgeous, beautiful. I write incredible emails. I'm bolding the important things. I'm doing bullet points. I'm trying to write it in a way that it's impossible to not catch all the important things of what I need from you. You would think. You would think. I know.
I was the same way. You very quickly realize.
But I will, if I have to follow up on it because I'm not getting what I need, I will start it with, "As per my last email." I will always reference, "I already told you this, actually."
Yeah, but again, I'm saying that's passive aggressive. The email should start with, "I told you this once before. I'm telling it to you again because you did not."
Do you think that's
listen.
better?
I think it's more effective. Because at the end of the day, that is true.
Because I genuinely don't want
true,
to be cruel. I don't want to be mean to anybody. I don't want to make them feel bad. But I also
those are two very different things, right? I don't want to be mean. I don't want to make them feel bad. Those are different. Don't want to be mean. Never. You never want to be mean.
Right.
But making people feel bad is like, what if they did bad? Then they should feel bad. I would want to be made to feel bad. Not made to feel bad, but like, if I truly did something wrong and I didn't know, but I was given all the information, I need someone to go, "You had the information, you screwed this up." And then I need to have a chance to go, "Oh yeah, I
guess
really
there's
screwed this up."
Different types of feeling bad. Like, I don't want them to feel bad as a person. I want them to recognize, like, because I don't want anybody to take work more seriously than work. Like, you just have to do your job right because it's your job and then go home. So I'm just saying, I don't want to make anybody feel bad, like, on a existential or emotional level. I just want
okay.
I just want
for
them
sure.
to do it.
I don't know how much
better.
That's in your control.
Right.
You could make them feel bad, but I don't know that you could prevent them from feeling bad in every scenario. You know what I mean? Like, existentially.
Sure.
That's kind of, to some extent, going to be something they have carried with them. So when you go, "As per my previous email," what you're really saying is, you're not paying attention, and I need you to pay attention.
Yeah.
Which is valid. It's valid. It's okay. You're allowed to say that. You know, we have to be able to work these things out as people directly.
Yeah.
Right, Betsy?
Yep. Betsy Little Stream.
Why'd you go with Betsy Little Stream? Is it because you're gonna go see
That's
a little
what they-
stream in a moment?
That's what they used to call me in the bathroom.
They?
Yeah, you know, back in the day in the bathroom.
Who's they? So
Just everybody in the bathroom, you know.
all those people hanging out there, shooting craps and
Austin, our next email
Playing.
question, now that we are 55 minutes in, is Marcus wants to ask what we think of weevils. Do you know what a weevil looks like?
isn't that a Pokemon?
Weevil actually has the word evil in it now that I'm looking at it. But I didn't know what these looked like at first. And they're freaky.
It's a bug. It's like a bird mixed with a bug.
Well, it's a bug with a long
A big
snout.
Like a mosquito without wings. And much bigger.
And now I'm seeing that their antennae are like in the middle of their snout, which is really strange.
This better not become a trend where we look at some fucked up animal every week on the show.
I
like
think
that
it kind of
llama.
is. Oh,
no,
and it's
I
tiny.
don't like that at all.
It's little.
What do they do? Do they do any problems?
What do they do? Wait, it's very tiny. I saw a picture of one on somebody's fingers. It's itty bitty.
Weevils are destructive pests that infest dry pantry goods and damage agricultural crops such as cotton and stored grains. They do not bite humans,
Pests.
sting, or carry diseases, but they are a nuisance. There you go.
They are a nuisance.
So bad.
Isn't that
if you're a
crazy that we
farmer-
just label living creatures as pests? That's a category that we have. Oh, it's a pest. Like, who are we to say that?
Is that crazy? Well, that's like that. They'd probably labeled us the same way, right?
Sure.
You think? Right? So that's fair.
I just mean it's
'Cause
like totally
I guess-
subjective. It's like, oh, this animal, if it fucks up our crops or something, or it gets in our house
Right, it's
too
like a
much,
weed.
we call
It's
it a
like
pest.
this is a weed, and it's like it's actually just a plant that you don't like. It's like you don't want it.
Yeah.
But it's also, I'm sure it also has something to do with like the ability of the thing to reproduce faster than you can whatever and overwhelm the whatever. But
I'm sure
yeah,
there's
it's
criteria
purely
for it. I'm
subjective, I
just saying the
guess.
criteria is it's very subjective and it's such a
Yeah, it's just
negative
based on, like,
connotation.
what bugs are working against our desire?
Yeah.
Like what is our collective desire?
Meanwhile, the weevil's just trying to freaking weave.
Wikipedia says a pest is any organism harmful to humans or human concerns. So there you go.
Right, that could be anything.
It's very much anything that we're concerned about. Pests.
Human concerns?
Some animals that count as pests could be wolves, snakes, wasps, ants, bees, bedbugs, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, rats, mice. Literally anything. Nematodes.
I feel bad about all that stuff I said about being mean to people at work. I'm nice, I think.
No, you were not being mean. You really weren't. You really were not. I think it is a blessing, or it should be considered a blessing, to have someone who is just plainly honest about the things you're doing well and the things you're doing badly. And so as long as you also, like when people killed it, you were like, great job on that, you're totally fine. I think that's the way to do it. And I'm sure that was you, because you are very encouraging when people do things well. So it's also okay to be discouraging when people are doing behavior you want to
I definitely try to
discourage.
lead with the encouraging stuff. It's just like, if I see you doing the same thing over and over, it's not right.
I like that you were like, I feel bad about being mean, and then you were like, but it's just these people with their bad behavior and the way they keep doing the same things. But it's true. Again, it's like, if you're not direct with people, they cannot change. And if they don't know that you really need them to change, they can't. You're not even giving them a chance.
Yeah.
So I think by being honest and being, maybe you would qualify mean, you're actually giving them a chance to like do a good job, which everyone wants to do, hopefully. And if they don't, then you should be mean to them. So
It's just
the way it
hard
goes.
that, directness in general is interpreted as being mean, even if it's not. Like, that's genuinely not my intention. But
yes, it is. It's difficult.
It's just
I agree.
not very
it's a hard thing
accepted.
to navigate. But you got to do it if you want to get those reports filed
Yeah.
or whatever.
Anyway, if anybody
I don't care
like
about these weevils.
if anybody wants to hire me as a, what is it called? as a consultant, because all your employees are not doing what they need to do, I'll fucking set them straight. I will.
I feel like
I'll
you
figure
would.
it out. I will make a
what do they
bulleted
call it?
list, and I will.
You would shine.
Drill it
in a
into
job
them.
like that.
I really would, and
I feel like
everybody would hate
being-
me. That's why. Wait, that's what a consultant needs to be about. Then, actually,
Exactly.
it's because
They're a lightning rod.
you don't have to stay and like experience the social implications of what you've done. You just go
Well,
in
it
there
also
and
helps though because
fuck it up and
then you can
leave.
get the management who's trying to be nice and has to
Then they're
work
absolved.
with these people can get their message exactly.
Yeah.
So you bring in like an effigy, you burn this consultant in effigy, but you at the end you get to go, yeah, but you know we really have to do what the consultant said. You know, fuck that consultant, but that's the way it goes. So.
Yeah.
And I actually think that should be the role of a manager to some extent as well. Is like that's why you should have middle managers is as lightning rods for the anger of the upper management and the workers. Is the middle manager just absorbs it all like the giver.
No, it's good to have somebody else to blame.
It's helpful. It's very helpful. That's why I always used to tell people just blame anytime anything goes wrong. Just tell them I told you to do it. I still use that. I'm like, just blame me. Like if we have a sponsor issue, I'll tell my people, I'll be like, just tell them I'm an asshole. Tell them I'm a diva and I didn't want to do that. And that's my fault. It's easy. You just absorb it.
And then when you just keep blaming the next layer up until you get to God and you say it's God's will.
What's the layer right before God out of curiosity?
I don't know, Jeff Bezos.
Really? Above the Pope?
Oh.
I was just curious what your hierarchy was, but it's good that now all of the pod listeners know that you consider Bezos up there above Jesus.
I was
Wow, I
thinking
didn't
about
know
it
that.
in
You're
terms of
working for-
like corporate structures.
You said I was trying to get an internship at an electric car startup that had government funding, and I love Jeff Bezos. Who is this?
Oh,
I know. Whoops. Do you know about the astronauts coming back today?
wait, the ones that went to the moon?
Yeah, they're almost back. They're burning up in the atmosphere.
It was that quick?
90. It took them 10 days. It's 5
It
days to
seems
get there, 5
quick.
days to get back. I mean, they're going like 40,000 miles an hour. Or
God
something.
damn,
Some
and they live
crazy-
streamed the whole thing?
They had a camera inside the capsule for most of it. Obviously, it's like a little bit low resolution at times.
I probably should be more caught up on this. I feel bad.
They took some insane pictures from behind the back of the moon. It was really
Yeah, I saw some of the
'cause they did
pictures.
when they went behind the moon, there was like they planned it right so that the sun would be eclipsed by the moon, so that they would be behind it and it would be in darkness. They took some crazy pictures back there, but mostly they were just testing to make sure the spaceship functioned, which it seems like it did, at least as long as they
Wow.
don't burn to a crisp on the way in. So,
I'm sure they won't.
which I suppose
I guess it probably
hopefully they don't.
it
'cause
feels like
this goes out
longer
way
to
after
them
that.
because I mean time feels slower when you have new experiences, and what newer experience is there than going to the fucking moon and back? They probably
Yeah,
feel like they've
but
been
then
up there for a
also-
month.
They probably do. Like it probably feels like a totally different world for them. They really, it's been really fun to watch. Because, and I'm sure this wasn't really the case, but when you watch back like Apollo mission stuff, it's always like clipped portions of like the most professional moments. So it feels very like military. But it's been really cool to see 4 people up in a capsule that like are like crying at how beautiful space is and like talking about science with like a glint in their eye and hugging each other because they're
It is
whatever.
cool.
Like it's very human. And I'm very appreciative of that. So anyway, I'm going to play Starfield again soon is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's where it goes.
So I'm getting back into it.
I need to get back into watching Star Trek.
True. You got to get on that Deep Space Nine.
This person's name... Did you see this person that just flew by and her name was
did
Muddy
not.
Froth?
Ooh, okay. That's what they used to call me in the bathroom when